Welcome to Married in the Mancave. Our show is all about being a dual military couple, raising mad kids, and a dog named Joey. As we climb the road to entrepreneurship, living life, and just having fun expressing what Team Laron thinks. Anywho, tonight's episode is all about why it is important to take trips as a couple. And the man cave topic is
Mortal Kombat! I don't know if anybody's seen that, but it was awesome.
Yeah. So, anywho, while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and knock out some Zaxby salads for tonight and let's chat. What was like one of our favorite trips that we took, in your opinion?
It's Las Vegas, the adult playground.
Okay, so you know what? He's absolutely right. I will say that by far was the best. Outside of the wedding. I mean, the wedding was different because I was with the family and stuff. So here's 3 reasons I say that taking trips as a couple is so important. 1, you got to give yourself a break from the children. As many of you know who follow us either on Instagram or in our personal and professional life, we have a blended family. He came with 2, I came with 2, and then we created 1. So that makes 5, plus Joey, our dog, right? So we needed a trip. This was pre-Zion being born and stuff. We took a trip to Las Vegas, and yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Tons.
When you walk in the Caesars, you gotta be like, I'm staying in the Caesars Palace. Or when you walk to the Bellagio, you have to say, I'm going to the Bellagio. Say it, babe.
Huh?
The Bellagio.
Huh?
I'm going to the Bellagio.
Bellagio.
You gotta say like Bellagio.
Bellagio.
Bellagio. Bellagio. Anywho, so the number 1 reason I say is because you need to have your personal time with your spouse. Having your kids around all the time can be a blessing, but it can also be a drag too. And a drag, I mean on the relationship part. You have to learn how to balance. And one way we do that is by always giving our kids our time. When we, I don't know how to say, when we don't have a lot going on, or we do have a lot going on, we're always present in their life. Our big thing is
Presence over presence.
Yes, our big thing is presence over presence. And we say that because we do a lot of things. We have man cave time where we play games, we play video games, we play board games. We have times we go on walks. You know, we take little mini trips, or we'll just go out to a nice restaurant, or since we have a chef here, he's teaching the kids things or things of that nature. So nothing is ever all about us and nothing is all about the kids. You got to find that balance. So that trip really gave us like 72 hours of just being with each other and having fun. And so we got a couple of clips that we would like to show you from our Las Vegas trip. The PG-13 version of the trip, of course. What the heck? Babe, you better finish that burger.
What?
Anybody with the spanking stuff?
I'm done.
They got a nurse, she's coming. I'll finish this. I'm not about to be nobody's victim. Period. This place is weird.
You know I'm fat. You know it.
These videos are weird as hell. What the heck?
Who's fat?
So, now we're in Italy. Yes, my boo took me to New York and Paris and Italy. So of course, this is our first time in Vegas. And yes, if you've been before, you're just going to relive your freaking Vegas trip through us these next 4 days. We done checked in to our Vegas room at the Caesars Palace, and Team Laverne is going to have so much fun. And yeah, so timeline flood coming at you. This is so crazy. Slot machines everywhere. Get off the plane, slot machines. Stand and wait for your bags, slot machines. So what's your number 2 reason why trips are important?
I would say trips are important is just to free your mind, to get out, free your mind from work and all of that foolishness, and just to be out and enjoy without thinking about anything to do with a computer or a piece of paper or another co-worker or another peer or even a subordinate. Okay, you have nothing to do with that stuff. Get that phone and put that thing on silent. Okay, unless it's like an emergency, you getting the call from the kids, and other than that, no, I'm not answering my phone. Okay, because you need to free your mind. You need to free your mind and just relax. That stuff brings on, longevity in life. Yeah. Because every time you at, the monotony, you're losing some days off your life dealing with stress. So I would say, just release of stress and release, just free your mind and relax, enjoy, just take it all in. Okay. Yeah. Live life to the fullest.
Okay, and I would say number 3 overall, why you should take trips is because life is too precious not to. You work really hard, and I mean really hard, to put a roof over your kids, to put a roof over your family, to put clothes on your children's back, to even give Joey the best dog care that he can get, right? Without taking that reset button, you will overcapacitate your brain, right? And your time, and you get really frustrated. So with the first 2 things, yes, those are the obvious, but the third thing is so important because you work hard for it. Even if you can't take a trip to Vegas or Dubai or something like that, just take a trip with your spouse. Go stay in a hotel together. We're up the road from Savannah. We still have yet to go on to see a couple of things in Savannah as a couple. He took me to a couple nice restaurants, but we really want another trip with just us, even for 3 days, because it just feels good to know that your check is not just for paying bills and not just for investing in the stock market and not just for saving for a rainy day. Your money should equal somewhat of happiness. And I say somewhat because money does not make you happy, but the money that you make could darn sure give you a happy trip with your significant other. So I recommend find a trip. All right, so we're going to tell you our number 3 things we liked in Vegas before we move on to our next topic. So what was your number 1 thing in Vegas you liked?
Well, I like the even though I was forced to do it, was the zip lining.
You did not like that.
Some people forced me to do it, but once I got on
you complained the whole time going up there.
But once I got on, it was pretty fun. The zip line across. It was called Old Vegas. If you ain't been to Old Vegas, New Vegas is cool. Old Vegas is cooler. You got a lot of stuff going on out there. Weird stuff, but a lot of stuff going on. So the zip lining was pretty fun.
Okay. I would say my number 2 thing was going to see Jabberwockies. So ever since I can remember, probably almost 12 years ago, I was like a big fan of this particular group, and we got to actually see them perform live in Vegas, and it was so awesome. Unfortunately, we couldn't take our cameras in there, but we did take a dope picture. So yeah, that was probably one of my favorite things. And then number 3, what would be your number 3?
Oh, in Vegas, I think the buffets.
Yes.
They got a ton of different buffets.
Yes.
All over the place. This ain't Golden Corral buffet. This is upscale. Some of them are fine dining buffets. One of them got a seafood buffet. Those things, they're a little pricey, but you get your cluck for your buck. So when you're going, make sure that you look up these buffets if you're going to go to Vegas. You'll be full, but you're gonna need that food after you drink all of the alcohol you're gonna be consuming.
I didn't drink any alcohol.
crickets. So don't when you go, make sure that you get some of that sober food. You got to sober up. Then you can go back out and drink again.
Yeah, and also with the alcohol part, make sure you drink plenty of water. You don't want to you don't want to get to a point where you think that something is not as far away as it is, and you end up walking and fussing the whole way there. Anyways, I'll tell you the quick story. So what happened was, I was like, babe, let's just explore. Let's just walk in Vegas. Let's just have fun.
Nope.
I was like, oh, the little spot that we were going to next is right there. I had a whole little itinerary together. So we get to walking. And we get to walking.
No. Let me. You gotta start back over. Because you
tell the story because
some people like to just skip past things. So we about to go to there's another buffet, and I'm like, okay, baby, you ready? Because you gotta catch the Uber there. You catch the Uber back. She's like, no, we want to walk and explore and look at things. I said, you're not walking back from there. She's like, it's right there. First of all, the buildings in Vegas, I don't know if you've ever been to Vegas, there's buildings you can see from afar. She thought because you can see it like real close, it looked like it was real close, that it's like right there. No, it was not right there. Okay? We get there, we eat. She said, we're going to walk back. I said, okay, we're going to walk back. Okay. We walk outside, and she thinks the corner was like, no, we walked about 8, 9, 10 blocks to get back to where we were. And it was a whole long walk, and she told myself, I thought we can catch the Uber back. No, you gonna get this smoke. Let's keep on walking. We gonna walk it out. Come on, we're gonna walk. Because some people just don't want to listen. They want to do what they want to do, and you have to let them. Because sometimes they think, a pig feet ain't pork. And you gotta let them know a pig feet is pork.
Moving along. So our next topic for the evening is Mortal Kombat. So I'll just outright say it. I used to play Mortal Kombat as a child. I've always loved Mortal Kombat. So I was really excited when it came out. But, and there's a big but, the one thing that threw me off was like, it was super vulgar, and we were trying to watch it with the kids. That to me was the only thing. It was a little bit much.
Do you understand this movie came out in 1992? In 1992, they had it restricted from kids. It was mature. If you look at all Mortal Kombats, it says mature on the video game. So, it was vulgar in 1992. That's what Mortal Kombat is. That's why it's different from all other fighting games. Because the finishing moves, either taking your head off, ripping your heart out, slicing you in two, cutting you in half, eating your head off. These are the 90s. So when the movie come out, I'm looking at her like, yeah, it's gonna be, are you serious? This is what Mortal Kombat is. So this is what Mortal Kombat is. So the movie was awesome for me. Some people was like, I didn't like it. Who was this character? The main character didn't make any sense. Oh, it made plenty of sense because people want new and innovative, okay? Especially when I've been playing Mortal Kombat since the 90s, the Sega Genesis, okay? I didn't want to see the same old characters, doing the same old things. Johnny Cage is coming in the next one, people. This is the spoiler if you haven't watched it. Johnny Cage is not in the movie, okay? It's not. So, but the main character is the grandson of Scorpion. Made sense to me. They just added another piece to it. That way they build you up for the next movie. And then you find out about this whole new character. It's pretty good. Go watch it. It's worth the time.
It was vulgar.
Whatever. It's Mortal Kombat. So, and for all you Mortal Kombat fans out there, don't take other people's word for it. Go watch it.
You think it's gonna be a part 2?
Of course, that's what it was when it went off. Another spoiler. He was talking about where is he going next? And he said, I'm going to Hollywood. Walks past in the locker room, and you see a movie poster of Johnny Cage. So the next one is gonna feature Johnny Cage on it.
So who's your favorite character? Or the favorite person you like playing with on Mortal Kombat?
Kung Lao, dude with the frisbee hat. They call it frisbee hat, but his hat is made of it's like a blade on his hat that spins. When he throws it and slices you with. That's what I like. Kung Lao.
I think I always like playing with Scorpion. Or Scorpion? Am I saying it right? I feel like I'm not saying it right. Get over here! That was like my favorite part. Finish him. Like, that was pretty dope. So, that concludes this evening's episode of Married in the Mancave. We're just a dual military family raising mad kids and a dog as we journey through this life of entrepreneurship, living life, having fun, and just talking about all things Laverne.